That's the new view of Carrow Road as the crowd in the new £1.6 million stand get ready for the start of this Littlewoods Cup tie. It's a stand which was opened just 2 months ago, replacing the one which was burned down in the autumn of 1984, the season that Norwich won the League Cup. But in their lineup this evening, only 2 survivors of that occasion, Steve Bruce and Peter Mendham, although Mark Barham, one of the substitutes, also played. The man who captained them that day was Dave Watson, now of course with Everton being transferred on the eve of the season, but he's not yet fully fit after a hamstring injury and is one of the Everton substitutes. Their starting lineup is that which played Leicester last Saturday. And it must be rather curious for Dave Watson, second from the left there as we look, finding himself sitting in the opposition bench. The referee tonight is Colin Downey of Hounslow. And it's Everton who get the match underway. These 2 teams standing side by side in the first division. Norwich in 6th place, Everton in 7th. Oh, what bad luck on Tony Spearing. Caught the full whack on his left ankle, and he's carried off with his legs together, and on comes Mark Barham, the manager, opting for experience. And Norwich City now have 3 players with winners' medals in this League Cup competition. Culverhouse. Dale Gordon. 5 in the middle. Biggins missed it, and Barham with his first touch puts it over the top. Gordon did the spade work on the right. It was a good cross. There was a lot of room for the winger, which Power tried to cut down but didn't succeed. Complete miss by Biggins, and I suppose you have to say the same thing about Barham. Falling back and spurned the opportunity. It's Mickey Phelan, the former Burnley player, who's taken over at left back now. Heath. Adams. Sharp is in the middle. One certainly can't complain. The attacking style of both sides. Sheedy! And how well he adjusted his balance. That really was so well taken. Couldn't have expected the ball to come to him quite like that. Look at this. Goes right, finds it coming awkwardly, but makes the balance away to the right and puts it in with his left. Elliott on the near edge of the 6-yard area. Biggins practically on the line in front of the goalkeeper. Sharp at the back, who got it away. Trinkle's header for Norwich. Gordon did well. Yes! And Barham. Mark Barham makes up for missing what was apparently an easier one than that. But again, a great deal of credit goes to Dale Gordon. Seemed to come off both goalkeeper and defender off the line, on the line. Ratcliffe. Sharp. 2-1 to Everton. They were looking for the offside, but he most certainly was not. And Graham Sharp gets his first goal for well over a month. One in the air initially by Mountfield, and Sharp left unattended, found the corner. Sharp's 6th goal of the season. Total last year was 22. Howard Kendall in the stand alongside his chairman, sees his team go back in front. Barham Mendham. Nice turn by Drinkle. Didn't really get hold of the shot. Which maybe is as well, from Neville Southall's viewpoint. She was expecting slightly more pace than that which arrived. Well, the final header belongs to Mountfield, and it was his header which led to Sharp giving Everton a half-time lead. Kevin Sheedy giving Everton the lead in the 22nd minute. Mark Barham equalising, having come on as substitute in the 32nd minute, and Sharp putting Everton back in front in the 37th minute. And the news of Tony Speary, who was carried off on a stretcher, is that he only has a badly twisted ankle. It looked a lot worse at the time. Half-time, Norwich 1, Everton 2. Home side, 1-2 down as we start the second 45 minutes. Alan Harper. Stephen. Time to look one way, go the other. Look for the ball down the line. And getting a good cross, Sheedy! And it hit. The goalkeeper had already gone down. It all proved to have been a very big save. How much he knew about it, only he can tell. It would be a test of his honesty too. Giving him the space to pick somebody out. Biggins, Elliott, off the studs of Southall. Gordon. Power. Great header by Calverhouse. And thumbs up from Southall. The save a few moments ago was made, I think, with the bottom of his boots. Biggins didn't get hold of it. Elliott did. And it fell kindly for Neville Southall and for Everton. Mendham. Oh, he needed one touch, or took one touch too many. They're complaining to the referee, but it seemed to me that Mendham actually got himself into trouble, having found initially a good position. Power. Bruce. Seen by Heath. Trevor Stephen makes the run on, is beautifully played in, and misses. And Stephen appearing that there was a touch on it for the corner. Really fine ball by Heath, superbly weighted. Whether the goalkeeper touched it is difficult to say, but in the opinion of the man that mattered, he didn't. Good to see Putney not concerned about his presence. But it wasn't a good free kick even so. This is Kevin Langley. Waiting for the cavalry. Power. Putney. Penalty is given for the challenge by Putney on Heath. Suddenly, Everton had a man clear. Putney stretched, Heath went down. To keep his new side in this Littlewoods Cup. Trevor Stevens scored 4 times from the spot so far this season and makes it 5, and surely puts Everton into the quarter-finals. The goal coming with 11 minutes remaining. Cleanly struck, the goalkeeper going the wrong way. Some reward for Trevor Stevens' performance throughout. Sheedy. Powers clearance, Sharp stays onside. Gunn comes to meet him. Handball. The linesman didn't think it was handball. Gunn has now recovered his line. But here's Adams. Sheedy. Oh, gorgeous stuff, and it's 2 against 1 here. And maybe Sharp doesn't need help, or does he? And if he lays it off now, he must. Oh, and he only just did. Well, there must be an element of relief in the feelings of Adrian Heath, because really, he very nearly missed that. Sharp, biding his time, laid it on perfectly. Heath decided to stop it first, and then just managed to get it away underneath the goalkeeper's arm. 5 minutes to go. And there hasn't really been any question about the outcome since Everton's 3rd goal, but they now have a 4th, for which the greatest credit should go to Kevin Sheedy. Trinkle. Stopped in his tracks by Kevin Ratcliffe. Hello, the skipper's come in the other half. And up comes Power too. And this has promise. Sharp. Ratcliffe. Good save from Heath by Brian Gunn. And Kevin Ratcliffe salutes the victory. The margin of it perhaps a little harsh on Norwich City, but there can be no question that Everton here were the better side. And their performance epitomised by the performance of Kevin Sheedy, who for me makes all the difference to this Everton side. He adds an extra touch of class and skill, which will have its greatest test on Sunday against Liverpool. But the final score here in the Littlewoods Cup, a 4-1 victory for Everton over Norwich City.